Welcome to Kuala Lumpur, the capital city of Malaysia. Once again, we're following the food ranger to experience all of the insane flavors and tastes that are so unique to Malaysia. If you love traveling for food or just love to eat, this video is for you.
The food ranger's recommendations are going to take us on a mouth-watering journey through the most iconic flavors of Malaysia. Flavors like coconut, sambal, and lemongrass. This country is a kaleidoscope of flavors with heavy influence from both China and India. We're also going to check out a famous YouTuber and comedian's restaurant, so you'll want to stick around to the end, see if it's oh no or fuyo.
But I don't want to waste any more time. Let's eat. Jom makan.
I am made to be free.
We've arrived at our first stop here in Kuala Lumpur following the food ranger, and we've come here to Long May Key. It's a famous spot for its pork belly, its roast pork belly, and Trevor James gave it a 10 out of 10, and it's on the Michelin guide for the last couple of years, so we had to give it a try. We're super excited. Let's check it out. Okay, so we got this Trevor James 10 out of 10 roasted pork belly. Really crispy on this side, very fatty, glistening and juicy. Okay, let's give it a try. Michelin guide as well. It's really tasty. It's like perfectly salty. The skin is like deliciously crispy. The fat's like really juicy and soft. And then the meat, oh, it's like so rich. It's a really good piece of pork belly. Wow, let me try another piece of it. It just like dissolves in your mouth. Oh, that's so good. That's a good rating by Trevor James. They also have at the table this chili, it's like sambal kind of chili sauce. Yeah. I don't know anything about it, but I'm gonna try it with this pork belly. I bet they go like really good together. Okay, I hope this doesn't burn my face off, because it might. Bright, vinegary, chili. Like you get a lot of fruitiness from the chili, saltiness of the pork, crunch, the acid from the sambal. Very good, so good. So good, I can't even stop. Having both together, it's like a perfect mix. Trevor James hit. The little plate of pork belly and the rice costs about 38 ringgit, about $8. So not cheap, but very tasty. So not cheap, but definitely delicious. And we're off now in search of our next location here, following the food ranger in Kuala Lumpur. All right, we're done here at Batu Caves, which is wonderful, and really close by is a Trevor James 10 out of 10, so we have to go. And it's for beef and chicken rendang, both like legendary Malaysian foods. We've worked up an appetite. Let's go see what it's like. So we're at Lamang Duan Larek. This is the place, 10 out of 10, both for the chicken rendang and the beef rendang. And they're cooking their rice in like a bamboo thing. I don't know, looks pretty good. Let's check it out. In a heartbreaking turn of events, they didn't have any chicken rendang. We have this really delicious looking beef rendang. We got our rice cooked in bamboo. And then they dropped off how they described it as like a dry chicken rendang. I have no idea. I've never eaten anything like this in my whole life. So we have one Trevor James 10 out of 10. And maybe a Wandering Blue Passport's 10 out of 10. Or maybe it's terrible. I don't know. But this beef rendang looks really good, and I'm really excited. Alright, I'm just gonna try some of this rice first, this sticky rice. Oh, it's got a really strong coconut smell. Cooked in that bamboo, wrapped in banana leaf. This is like, maybe it's Malaysia as it gets. It's got a strong coconut flavor, but not any coconut sweetness. It's quite salty. The rice is sticky. Fresh off the charcoal fueled thing. I bet this is gonna be really good with this beef rendang. Look at this, here, I'll mess it about for you.
Oh, such nice big chunks of beef. That looks so good.
Yeah, it looks so good. Okay, I'm just gonna jump in with a piece here. Okay, oh, I'm actually really excited. I think it's gonna be really good. Okay, let's go. Trevor James, 10 out of 10. Oh, it's so good. Now I'm sad that the chicken wasn't here. I bet the chicken is just as good. If you're up at Batu Caves, you have to come here afterwards. The beef is so tender. It still has like just enough bite. It's not soft, but it just like dissolves away in your mouth. The rendang sauce, it's sweet and spicy and hot. It just like coats your mouth with like all that like savory, beefy, spicy, both hot and just like full of spices kind of spice. Oh, it's so good. I gotta get in again. You can see the chilies in that. It's gonna be so good with this coconut, that salty coconutty with this like sweet, spicy beef rendang, a big chunk of beef there. Guys, this is gonna be so good. Oh, I want more sauce. Oh, you gotta come here. If you're here, even if you don't go to Batu Caves, come up here for this. It's really good. Good work, Trevor.
Okay, we're gonna try some of this dried chicken floss that they dropped off for us. Oh. In the dry form, it's more sweet, I would say, than spicy. And it's quite dry at first, but then like it becomes nice and chewy when your like saliva mixes with it. It's actually quite nice. I prefer the one with gravy, but this, maybe we'll take it in the container as a snack. Okay, interesting. So after eating a little bit, I think the best bite you can have is a little bit of that rice, chunk of the beef with the gravy, and the chicken floss all together is like super, super good. I'm glad we got to try that. It's really good.
All right, it took us no time at all to hammer through that meal. It was so good, you have to come here and check it out. We're stuffed, but we're not done following the Food Ranger yet here in Kuala Lumpur. It's another day in Kuala Lumpur, and that means it's another day following the Food Ranger. We're near KL Central and the National Museum, and we're gonna go for lunch at a Trevor James 10 out of 10 spot for some Hyderabad biryani. He hasn't let us down yet. Let's check it out. It can often be confusing when we arrive to a place, so we always pull up a video, see exactly where we went, and then use landmarks as keys to identify exactly where we went. Here is M81 Hyderabad biryani. And here is M81 Hyderabad biryani. When we first walked up, we thought like, oh, they did some renovations. We started watching the video and we're like, okay, hold on. We're not seeing this stuff in the background. We came over here and then we saw this place. So anytime we are following the Food Ranger, we always are watching the videos in the location and making sure we have the right place, because a lot of times, maybe they're the same company, maybe they're different companies. If somewhere's popular, you always get like competitors, like trying to use the same name. This one's the one that comes up on Google Maps. Like this is the one that Trevor James went to, so we're going to this one. Maybe it's the same thing, maybe they're like same. I don't know. Spicy? Yeah, like normal. Whatever's regular is good. Okay, here it is. The Trevor James 10 out of 10 Hyderabad biryani. Let's just dive right into it. Start with just the rice. Well cooked rice. Spicy though, and fragrant. We're so fragrant. I don't know how they get rice this fragrant. Maybe it's that saffron. It's really good. We got this big piece of chicken here. Ooh. Oh, nice. Juicy piece of chicken. Make up a spoon. That's what we wanted. It's spicy. We're not spicy. We just said, like, give us a regular. So let's try it out here. It's 10 out of 10. Trevor James, Hyderabad biryani. Oh, it's so fragrant. I don't even know what those spices are, but they just like sing. It's really good. It's spicy. Yeah, delicious, tender, juicy chicken. Just like, it's so fragrant with those spices. I keep saying fragrant. I don't know how else to describe it. This biryani just like sings with the flavor of cardamom. It's so nice. I really like cardamom. And they've gone hard into the cardamom on this. Just makes for like delicious biryani. Oh, the spice builds on you. It's spicy, which is why I'm glad we got this dal. It's so good. It's like such a flavorful dal. It's got onions. I think it's got potatoes as well as the standard lentils and stuff in it. Some other veggies. I don't know what this green one is. It's like really good, and it's nice to have that balance between the spicy biryani and having something to cool it off. We're actually sharing one portion. It was so big. We were watching other people order it. I thought, like, that's a two-person portion. So we're sharing one portion. Yeah, truly worth coming here for lunch for, I think. Just totally delicious. I can't even stop. My mouth's on fire. Okay, we just finished our meal there at M81 Hyderabad biryani. Trevor James, 10 out of 10. In the end, the one plate of biryani and the dal cost us 18 ringgit, or about $4 or $5 American. Super affordable and super tasty. It was almost better than the food we had when we were actually in India. It's definitely worth coming to if you're in the area. $4 or $5 for delicious biryani and a Trevor James 10 out of 10. It's worth making the trip over here for. But with all that spice, we need something to cool down our mouths. And luckily, Trevor has provided. Nearby, there's a spot we can use for exactly that. I think this is the second video in a row it happened. We came somewhere and it's closed. They're not gone forever, but they're just gone while we're here. So, this is it. But we don't get it and you don't get it. So we'll see if we can't pull up another good one. Because we're craving it. It's like a Malaysian dessert, pandan, and all kinds of toppings. Anyways, I wanted to try it. We're on the hunt, but it's not gonna happen here. Unfortunately, the Trevor James recommendations for cendol were really far away. We just didn't have the time to get to them in the end. So we did come to a place to get some cendol. People seem to really like it here, but it's not deep. It's not some street food, but it should give us like a bit of a taste of cendol. Okay, so here, look at this. We got some cendol. It comes with the beans, and then it's shaved ice. There's these pandan noodle jellies. Anyways, yeah, this is cendol, apparently. Okay, let's try it. Bit of ice, some of these jellies. The jellies, I don't get like too much flavor out of. It's almost like a milk tea kind of poured over shaved ice. It's like a milk tea snow cone with these jellies. And then because, of course, we're in Asia, there's red bean in it, which I don't understand, just like corn.
Don't like the red bean.
Belongs in like chili or a stew or something. Not in a. Oh, ice cream tastes like beans. Beans ain't in it. But the actual like liquid, this milk stuff with these jellies, yeah, I think it's actually quite tasty. Red beans is a weird dessert thing. But the other components are good. Yeah. Interesting to try cendol. Glad we tried it. We've been battling the rain here in Kuala Lumpur, but that won't stop us from following the food ranger. We've come to a place where he gave a 9 out of 10 to some clay pot mutton. So we had to give it a try, and it's just over here. Yeah, look at this boiling cauldron of flavor. It's this clay pot mutton, curry leaves. It looks like there's some potato in there. This is like just bubbling away. If I touch this, I guarantee I scar myself. This is so hot, but it smells like super good. It looks super rich. Okay, Trevor James, 9 out of 10. I think we're gonna have to wait for this to cool down a minute. Yeah, yo, look at this like saucy plate that I made up. Okay, temperature be darned. Oh, a nice big piece of mutton. I just gotta dive right in. I can't wait. All right, let's go. A little bone. Oh, like a nice tender lamb and this like rich gravy. That's so savory, just coats your mouth. Coriander, cardamom, turmeric, a little bit of heat. He asked us how we wanted it. We said like medium spicy. It's like perfectly spicy. Just enough to give you that flavor of spice without it being like hot, you know, and like ruining the experience. To get it with this rice. And the rice just soaked it up. Floral, it's herbal. They got fresh spices in there. I just bit into one and it's like popped flavor in my mouth. Just like a really good mutton curry. Yeah, totally delicious. As we're going, we discovered how delicious these potatoes were in here. These potatoes have soaked up so much of this delicious curry flavor. It's like overflowing. It's like tomato, onion, curry leaf, star anise. I got a piece of cinnamon, like fresh spices, all like, it's like a flavor explosion. These potatoes have soaked up so much flavor, they might even be the best part. They're like so good, soft, perfectly cooked. This is the Trevor James hit for sure. That was so good. Seni Satatori. It's super close to KL Central, and it's a Trevor James hit. We're absolutely stuffed, and we got to venture into this. Stick around, there's more to come, but right now, this is what it looks like for us. We've come to the final stop of our food tour here in Kuala Lumpur, following the food ranger, and we're not following the food ranger for this last stop. We've come to the famous comedian and YouTuber Uncle Roger's restaurants that he started here in Kuala Lumpur. They're called Fuyo, and we're gonna check it out right now.
It's very fun in here. It's cute. They have like photo ops in the back and stuff. It's very, very cute. I'm enjoying just being in here.
Smells pretty good. It looks pretty good. Yo, what? The price is high, but it's looking pretty fuyo. All right, let's do it. Okay, this is the kimchi duck fried rice. Yeah, it is good fried rice. Slightly spicy, a little bit of kimchi in there. Got that wok. Well seasoned. No chili jam. Yeah, look at that. There you go. Stick it in there. Yeah, it's really good. It's a beautiful looking piece of duck. Come take a look at this duck. Ooh, looks pretty good. All right, I'm just gonna go full on. Just full on, go for it. Ooh, yo. Fuck, that's good. Fuck, that's really good. It's a really good smoked duck. Yeah.
So I got this special fried rice which has barbecue chicken and dried scallops in it. Looks really good. Yeah, it's really good. This one's probably more of like a classic fried rice compared to Tristan's, but it's still like well worth it. This is very, very tasty.
It's on our table. We just discovered it. It's like a chili oil sambal mix. It's so good. It's like lightly sweet, fruity, spicy, going on everything.
Put that shit on everything. Oh my god. It's so good. It's like the best part.
It's just fun. It's good fun. It's not cheap though. It was like 90 ringgit for 2 rices and 2 drinks. Probably like the most expensive fried rice in Malaysia. Whatever. That's why you come to a YouTuber's restaurant. It's for like the bit, you know? So we just finished our last meal here, following the food ranger and Uncle Roger here in Kuala Lumpur. Guys, it's really good. It's definitely fuyo, but the price is a bit high, yeah, so Kuala Lumpur and Malaysia have a wonderful, good food scene. There's so much delicious food here. And we find out all the best spots courtesy of Trevor James. But it won't be long until we're following the food ranger again in our next country.